Hi guys, welcome back to Jazzgrass.
I don't have any money.
We don't have any subscribers.
I was thinking about that, right? So, all right. So right now, I mean, people are only really subscribed because we're playing my summer car. Once we start playing other games, they'll drop off. But
Some of them will.
I was wondering about a hypothetical situation where we do keep gaining subscribers through some sort of algorithmic miracle.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, if we get to a point where we would opt to like monetize our videos in a way, that would technically mean that I would at that point have 3 jobs.
Yep. Yep.
Dude, I could call myself a liquor store salesman. I'm a booze peddler. I'm an IT man, and I'm a content creator, entertainer, baby.
You can just call yourself a fucking grinder at that moment. You're entrepreneurial. Man. Yeah, hi, I'm an entrepreneur.
Fucking nuts. Fucking nuts.
I started the car when we got back home just to make sure the battery wasn't drained, and it was like on 12 volts, so that's good. So I charged it a little bit. That's nice. Oh, of course, I always have you. I will never lose you.
The van of destiny.
Nothing bad will ever happen to the fan.
The van is like our prophet at this point.
Yeah,
it's the only car that's almost always
so
been there for
God
us.
Killed you, but I don't trust that.
Yeah, it's the pickle piss.
Yeah, well, we
sure as hell
no. It was pure fucking ethanol.
I feel like what happened. You know what? I feel like what happened is the first bottle he happened to grab was a bad one.
Yeah,
and I feel like the rest was like high grade stuff, but he picked a low grade bottle and was like, "Yo, this sucks."
Well, the problem. So that's the problem with like just turning over the crate. I think it kind of messes with the system. It's too much to handle for him. So yeah, we just gotta drop one bottle at him and then drop everything.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I feel tired enough.
Because you can trick him in giving him one good bottle and then a bunch of shit, and then he'll slash your tires and shit.
Which I would not like to happen because damn, those bitches are expensive.
Yeah, but I guess for us it happened in the reverse. He tried the bad bottle first and then rejected the good bottles.
We got ripped. We should slash his tires.
Yeah, we should. Do you have any idea how much grief that man caused?
Oh my god.
That man is solely responsible for episodes upon episodes of us being unable. It took us 3 weeks worth of recordings
to
get back
out
home.
Of there. We're gonna fuck his wife.
I mean,
she'll
if we
be
dress
down.
up as a Swede, she'll be willing.
All right. So, if memory serves right, and it always does, Brian, because I'm smart.
I gotta say though, Finnish people do have a particular look about them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's difficult to describe, but they've got this gentle face.
Yeah. They
look more fair.
What I like most about them is when you hear them speak like English, they're always super honest, but they also sound happy about bad things happening. Like it's just.
It looks like the hydraulic press has just exploded.
Oh, Timo, he got the rock up his ass. We had to stop. I hope he's alright. It's like it just feels.
I mean, Dutch people, when they have a fake Dutch accent, when they're speaking English, they also sound very happy. So today I had to put down my dog.
And
I had
to.
I had to hold him in my arms as his eyes faded away. And yes, it was a whole happening. It wasn't very nice. No,
very emotional.
Was terrible. But here I am still at work because my countryman's work ethic is extreme and also mentally unhealthy. So here I am anyway, with my dead dog still fresh in my mind. And what's my first task for today, boss?
What do I have to do, boss? Oh,
that's it. I had to put down my dog.
Oh, that was fucked.
So first by French bulldog, he had to be put down because he couldn't be saved.
Yeah, that's the one that snored on the episodes.
Yeah, and
regular guest.
I had to put him down, and I was still working at that hardware store.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh man, take a day off, just take it easy. If you're not feeling good, you don't have to come in, whatever." And then by the time I had to put down my other dog, the little Pekingese dog, Paulina,
The
regular attendee of
regular
Jazzgrass
barker.
sessions. Yeah, regular.
Yeah.
Well, not even barker. She didn't bark a
No,
lot.
she
would walk
rawr,
in
rawr.
and she would walk in. She would just wander about and
Oh, yeah,
ask for cuddles and then leave.
It's
again.
the chick
Yeah.
dog.
Because you could hear her little nails going over the laminated flooring.
Like jogging in. All right, so it should be around here somewhere. Hey, there it is.
But yeah, when I had to put her down, I was already working at a different employer,
Yeah,
and you
Where
know,
the
he was a
hell
little
is that?
less accommodating.
I can imagine.
He was just like, it's like, all right, put your dog down, all right, you know, the whatever.
Come to work.
Yeah.
I remember one morning I got called in sick by, or a cashier called in sick. She was like, yeah, my cat just died. I'm too embarrassed to ask if I can take the day off. She was already crying. I was like, yeah, sure. Fine, I don't care. I don't want you sobbing over here.
Yeah.
Fucking just, jeez.
Because it's not about like, oh, it's just a cat or oh, it's just a dog. It's about your mental state at that point. You just lost a creature that
you
has
lost
been
your pal.
in your fucking house for years and years on end. You've been meticulously taking care of it and all that shit. You've been there when the cat was, when your pet was sick and you know you were nurturing it and all that shit.
Exactly.
To then lose it, yeah, it's not a fucking fun experience. It's not something. It's not so you just shrug out like, oh well, time to go to work.
Nope. I never understood like people like that who are just like,
Well-
yeah, fuck, like they tell you like, oh no, you just fucking come to work. I'm like, geez, you're heartless.
Anybody that goes like, oh, it's just a pet. It's just an animal. You can get a new one.
Yeah,
Those kinds of people, I try to steer clear from.
yeah, they're
Because
they're
they-
psycho, dude.
Yeah, there's something is deeply disturbed within them that they're that unempathetic about that sort of, and that they genuinely think that a pet is just an object.
Yeah, that's
That
messed up.
there has to be something in your psyche that's not running like a normal human would.
being who cares about
Yeah,
stuff.
so
we got plenty
you know,
of
I try to steer clear from those kinds of people. Try not to interact with them too much.
I mean, yeah, and also, man, you probably didn't have a mom that cared about you or something, or that never
Yeah,
allowed you to have a dog. Like, fuck you.
Like,
Being sour about it because you
Yeah.
can't, like, just because you have a bad life and
but
nobody
it's also
cared.
like, okay, so you cannot relate to someone's sadness. That's alright, but that doesn't mean that you get to shut down your sadness.
yeah,
That doesn't,
like, it
I
doesn't
don't know
mean
what the
you
fuck
can't
you
have
think you
empathy.
can. Yeah, like I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing. But yeah.
Like, sure, I'm not sad that her cat or his dog
The
or
fact
his
that our
lizard
moped-
died.
The fact that our moped managed to roll all the way behind that line of trees from
Yeah.
where we died, because we died quite a bit down the road.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
where we
it went
found
on. I mean, it had some momentum. I was
So
booking.
yeah, we were in a bit of a hurry.
I was in a hurry and a half.
Couldn't afford to drive us ceremoniously.
Man.
Oh, dude, I've been reading these humans, fuck yeah, writing prompt stories where it's like, basically, usually when people write science fiction, and humans are usually not savory creatures, they're
No.
like inferior, or they're dumber, they're weaker, or you know whatever the fuck. But one interesting little niche in sci-fi is the stories where humans actually turn out to be the universe's like trump card. Right?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, the aliens are actually quite impressed by us and all that stuff. I actually quite enjoy it. I think it's a really interesting take on science fiction because I'm used to reading things where it's like, you know, the humans, they weren't that
Humans
smart
bad.
or they were
Yeah.
that whattever. Usually we drive ourselves to extinction and all that. But I've been reading one where it's like, what's the title of it again? The Nature of Predators or something. And it's
Heard
about
about
about a universe where all the sapient creatures are herbivores,
Oh yeah.
except for one race, which the Federation tried to force into herbivory, right? Which caused mass starvation amongst their people. So that predatory species then decided, okay, fuck it, we're eating you.
Okay. Yeah.
So in that universe, predators are very feared, right? So forward-facing pupils are considered like a sign that you're a monster.
Exactly. Makes
and
sense.
then humans invent faster than light travel after the universe had presumed them dead because they picked up on our nuclear testing.
Look at it.
Hey, that's some good shit. You know why it's still standing upright? No, wait, actually. That's actually quite lucky.
Yeah.
No, I remember.
Yeah.
No, because I know that there's a mechanic with the tractor where it like, if you have it detached, whichever orientation it's in at that point, it saves that orientation so you can't move it. But no.
No, we got lucky.
But okay, yeah, that's pretty lucky. Back to the story. So what's interesting is like, you know, humans they're presumed extinct because we did a lot of nuclear tests and they picked up on those signals and we're like, okay, that's too much radiation. They must have blown themselves to smithereens.
Look at her.
So yeah, imagine the aliens' reaction when they discovered when humanity made first contact with what was effectively a race of sheep.
Meh.
But it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting because, you know, everybody in the universe is like, oh, fucking, we gotta kill the humans. And even the other predator species, they're like, ooh, you know, I don't know what to think of these humans.
Yeah, right?
But it's a really interesting take. And I really recommend giving it a little, giving it a go.
A little read-a-roni.
Yeah, it's really, it's quite enjoyable. It's basically just a story being written on Reddit, so you can't really expect it to be
hardcover.
You know, yeah. Well, no, you can't really expecting a fucking Orwell or whatever. But it's actually it is very good for what it is. I've been enjoying it. There's a lot of politics, of course, because it's a political niche. Right? The idea of humans being these creatures that aliens don't necessarily know what to do with. Now, you're probably wondering why your vehicle is staggering so much.
Because it's in in the mud. Yep, I knew. Because little Easy Jones didn't have it that easy. I mean, I'm glad I didn't take the car here. Like, that would have been problematic to get out of this bitch.
I wouldn't even know how we would get it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't... I mean, even if we, like, tow it with the tray... Like, no, it's too much. The tractor wouldn't be able to handle it.
Exactly. It barely handles this.
Oh, man, I'm... It's 2 p.m. and I'm already getting hungry.
Oh, mate, I ate too much this morning. I had, like, fucking 5 pancakes because my girlfriend's cousin, like, slept over.
Ah.
So I wake up early, fix pancakes. He happy, me happy, because I got to get pancakes.
Yeah, well, that's nice.
So
that's quite nice.
Did have to get up early. Oh, look at
Hey, I'll go get some lunch after this episode as well.
Ah, nice.
Before we go for 13 minutes.
Yeah, fast as fuck, boy.
We've been yapping a lot lately, haven't we?
I mean, it's good. Oh, so, yeah, anyway, Prague.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun, dude. I don't know what it is about other countries, but we always say we have the best, like, public transportation system, but we don't. We don't. Even the fucking Czechs do it better than we.
Really?
Yeah. They have just metros going every 5 minutes.
For fuck's sake!
Yep. Yep. You know how much it would... You know how fucking broke-ass cheap that was? It was for 24 hours, like a ticket for the metro.
Yeah.
You would pay equivalent €2.50 or something.
Oh,
in
fuck
euros.
off, really?
Yeah, it's cheap as dirt.
That's insane.
Like they were also promoting like, oh, you got these like visitor passes and all that shit, and I was like,
I remember in Japan, I charged up my that little IC card, and you use that you can use it to buy things, vending machines at certain stores, to check into basically every
metro
public transport thing. And sorry, I was looking at what you were doing in the game. But I put some money on there, and then I never really thought about it because public transport is so cheap, right? And I was like, huh. You know, one day it had been like 2 weeks of traveling, which is that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how much I put on it. I think like 30 euros. And we've been traveling a lot. We've been like taking trains fucking everywhere.
Yep.
And And eventually, like, I'm about to check it, and I was like, beep, beep, and like, whoa, oh my god, that's the first time I have to recharge it. That's crazy.
Because it's like in Japan,
I
it's
just
like
remember,
30
like, how
cents
cheap
or
has-
something. Like,
It
it's
was crazy.
super
Yeah,
cheap.
it was very cheap. It was very, very cheap. It was, I think we paid like 200 yen to go from where our hotel was to the museum. Which was, I mean, it was about 4 stations away.
Yeah.
And I think it was from Kishicho, where we were staying, to Akihabara. I think that was only like €3 back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cheap.
Like, that was also very cheap. I mean, that was right next door anyway.
But still,
But
like,
actually,
for the amount of
when
time,
we went to Saitama,
it was also cheap.
it was also really quite cheap.
Like, you'd spend like 5 times more in the Netherlands for the same
Like, I'm
drive.
pretty sure because that time I had to recharge. That is including when we'd already been to that big ass like lake and nature reserve there. So it's
Oh, which was fun. That was a
that
nice
was
place.
a good time. I'm very sorry about being too scared to go deeper into the forest. I look. The thing is, as we approached, I was like, all right, I can do this. But then I got harassed by what looked to be an enormous butterfly or moth or whatever
Looked
the
like
fuck it was.
butterfree.
Yeah, it was big as fuck, right? And it flew right at me. And then and then when we were walking around, I saw like a spider crawling over some tree bark.
Yeah,
and
dude,
shit.
the amount of fucking
Like,
spider webs there.
we saw like a whole bunch of obscure bugs, and there was like big ass flies flying about, like cicadas and all that. And I was just like, I'm sorry, Dennis, I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. I know for a fact that if I go in there, I'm gonna get harassed by bugs because they always go after me.
I remember you walking up front, like, to take a picture. And then the butterfly, like, came by, and I was already holding my camera, and I was like, bip, bip, bip.
Man, you bastard. It came right for me, man. What can I do?
Butterfree!
Look, dude, fuck off.
No,
right?
it was big. It was big. I agree.
I've got a pretty big insect phobia. So going into a forest in the middle of summer in Japan is not. I knew for a fact that's not smart. I knew for a fact that's going to be a problem, so I couldn't do it. I even told Dennis, like, hey man, if you want to go for a walk, I can just chill out at the lake and wait. But no, Dennis was nice enough. He's just like, nah, dude.
That's
So,
right. I mean, if you see one tree, you've seen them all, I guess.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
That's how I look at it.
But what if it led to some beautiful scenery, like a beautiful like waterfall and
I'll fucking see it on a picture somewhere.
Yeah. I would like to go there in autumn sometime.
That would
you
look
know?
nice. Yeah.
Go in like October, because it's still not too cold there then.
Yeah.
And it's also a little less busy, I've heard.
Can imagine. Can imagine.
Although actually no, I think it's the opposite. I think it's actually quite busy because
It's not that hot.
yeah.
No. So I gotta say, Prague was also fucking hot.
Yeah?
It was like 30 degrees, mate.
That's insane.
It's a wonder I didn't get burned.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the same thing that I had in Japan, where it was like super hot, super sunny, and didn't fucking burn for some reason. And it's just because the high buildings. I guess you're just in the shade most of the time.
Yeah, I guess so. If you're between all the high rises and stuff.
Like here in the Netherlands, everything is gonna burn you because you get the
mate.
full brunt of it. All right, we got okay.
I'm
Dang.
glad I got 2 jobs now because I've been amping up to save.
You can start saving up.
Before a holiday.
Oh man, I'm dying. I'm dying of thirst. Oh. Very stressful job, Brian. Picking up your fucking transportation that's been in the woods for weeks.
Actually, yeah, your stress bar is all the way up, almost all the way up again.
Yeah. Maybe it's because
Why did your stress go up when you lit up a cigarette? That didn't make sense. It just did a little jump up. Maybe it's just a glitch.
well, maybe I'm just addicted.
Fair.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Shut up. Well, all we did was pick up the car and the moped, but
at
hey, man,
least,
we did it. We had a
at
good
least
yap
we have
going.
the things we got. All right, it's going through Sunday. Monday we can start working.
Exactly.
We already
boys.
got fucking firewood guy done. So why are you busting my ass, boss?
Yeah, we're
tired,
already at
boss.
8,200. Nice. Only about 13 grand to go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We'll get there. We'll get
This is
there.
manageable.
What's the balls rolling, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I call investment.
Just like, yeah.
All right,
All right,
guys.
everybody.
Next time, Jazzgrass Gaming. See you later.